your child tutoring session today. www.tailormadelearningllc.net. Virtual and local tutoring options available. Again, that's www.tailormadelearningllc.net. Thank you.
Oh, this is B the MC. You're watching Queen Effie TV.
Yeah, thank you.
Girl, you're watching Queen Effie motherfucking TV.
What's poppin'? It's your boy King Benny, aka the Big Op. You're now watching Effie TV, man. Huh?
You're watching Queen Effie TV, South Georgia.
Thank you.
What's good? It's the Salt Guy. It's Dino the rapper. Shout out Queen Effie TV. It's why.
You just battle. Who you just battle? What makes you stand out from all the other intake people? What's up, everybody? Everybody, this is the Queen Effie TV. I am your girl F Dot. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. We have a fire guest in the building, and I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
If y'all do not know, y'all should know, but you should also be ashamed of yourselves. I am Pheezo Da Beast. I am the one and only Beast. Orangeburg, South Carolina, repping 803, RBE, SEBL, SSRB. I am that guy.
Talk. Okay. Shout out to you, Pheezo. Thank you for coming up. How you doing?
I ain't too bad. How about yourself?
I am good. So let's get into it. How did you get your name?
Shit, man. I've been rapping since I was like 15 years old. Um, it was a different name, which I will not disclose,
Okay.
but because of the content in which I rap, you know what I mean? Like everybody just kind of started saying like you a beast. So the name kind of created itself and then it stuck. So I've been running with it ever since.
Fire. That's dope, man. All right.
That's a
So, you got something else?
that's a 20-year-old name. That's how long I've been rapping.
Shit, 20 years. You've been rapping for that long.
20 years. I started off doing poetry as a kid because I had attitude problems, so my moms would make me do poetry and shit. And then it turned into the love of hip hop and rap and stuff. So I just been carrying it like that ever since.
Okay, that's dope. Shout out to Hoodie who pulled that. Thank you for pulling that, Hoodie.
Is that in a hoodie?
All right, so that's dope. I like that. All right, so tell the people where you from.
Orangeburg, South Carolina, native born and raised. I don't rep nothing else. Ain't no by way of or none of that, man. I've been Orangeburg since forever. I've been South Carolina since forever, man. But honestly, I did not get my heart in battle rap in South Carolina. It started off, I was battling in like New York. I think I started like 2018 or something like that. So I know a lot of people was kind of confused and thought that that's where I was from or where I was repping. I'm like, nah, that's not the case. It was just the closest thing that I could do in that moment. Because if I'm being honest, I wasn't even familiar with the South Carolina battle rap scene. So I jumped out and was, I guess you could say, discovered online, Instagram and whatnot, and it turned into me doing my first live battle, like I said, up in New York. Took a whole road trip to do it, and shit, my first three and a half, almost 4 years was on the road. You know, never South Carolina, but always been South Carolina. Will always be South Carolina to the death of me, man.
Fire, that's dope. That is dope. Shout out to that, man. All right, so what's that battle rap scene looking like there?
In South Carolina, shit, it's nothing but competition out here, and that's the beautiful thing about it. Like I'm one of the I guess you could say latest, newer up and comers. Like it's been since I've stepped on the scene, I've seen an insurmountable amount of talent. A lot of these guys are damn near it, or at least it feels like untouchable. And they get battle tested as far as, excuse me, traveling to other leagues and stuff like that to see what they capable of doing. But right now, South Carolina battle rap scene on fire. It ain't too much of nothing that too many people can do. With Carolina as a whole, not just South Carolina, but Carolina as a whole. I know a lot of people probably don't see it, but Carolina as a whole, it has been really strong in battle rap, and I don't see that ending no time soon, man. So I personally think it's very, very competitive, and that's why I like it, because now not only do I feel like I need to be the best of my own caliber, but from those or around those caliber of battle rappers as well, from South Carolina. So you got to be able to stand in front of those guns and take a shot, if not be able to shoot real good, you know what I mean? So
Right.
that's that's really a big part of what South Carolina battle rap is right now. And it's a lot of hitters down here. So much so, from what I've been seeing, there's been a lot more people traveling to South Carolina to battle. So that right there tells me a lot. You know what I mean?
That definitely does. Right. So
Yeah.
what you saw down there?
The three, well, actually two. The two most prominent ones that I know of is Pirates Battle League and SEBL, that's Southern Elite Battle League. Southern Elite Battle League is the first league in South Carolina that I got to battle on. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the other one. Bulldog Battle League, that's the third. So those are the main ones that are pulling and showcasing talent. As far as people who can be considered as notable. If there are any other out there right now, I don't know about them, but it is what it is. We do what we can with what we got, and right now, them the three to talk to if you're trying to get on the scene down here.
Fire. That's dope. Okay. Okay. All right. So what is your home league?
Technically, I don't have one.
Okay.
I didn't really claim anybody as far as having a home league because I'm, like I said, I'm fairly new to having a name in South Carolina.
Mhm.
Um, I battled on a bunch of different leagues, and the start, I guess you could say, wasn't in South Carolina. So because of that, and not to mention when I got accepted into the process, I was asked the same question, "What's your home league?" And I didn't have one because I didn't have that push for anybody to push me into the process. It was literally up by my bootstraps type shit. I did the work. I rubbed the shoulders or whatnot, the elbows and all that, talking to people, networking and all this, going out, showcasing my skill and my talent to be able to push me to a point to where, somebody of a higher status would notice and would say, okay, well, you're worthy of an opportunity to showcase your skills and show that you can, grow and build in battle rap, as, I've been being taught how to do since I have been in this process. So that's how I operate. And I mean, none of those people take any offense to it. You know what I mean? They understand, my train of thought. So that said, that's really just how I operate. I show love to whoever, wherever, it is what it is. Like, I don't take nothing away from them giving me the opportunity to be able to showcase my skills on their platform and such.
Right. Okay. I understand that.
Yeah.
All right. So, um, what made you want to battle?
Um, this gonna sound fucked up.
Crazy.
It's kind of, I mean, it's kind of bad when I think about it. Quite honestly, it was the, dear God, I don't even want to say it. These motherfuckers gonna nail me to the cross. Let's let's just say I saw something, right? And me seeing what I saw, my mind went to, I can do this. Is basically where it was at. And it's a long story, but the start of my battle rap journey in its entirety literally started while I was living in New Jersey. This had to been like 2016, 17 or something like that. And I wanted to do battle rap, and there was this guy in North Carolina who had started a battle rap league, and he had said, well, you know, we looking for talent, this, that, and the fifth. If you could come down and battle, then, you know, that would be dope. So I'm like, all right, bet. So set up the date. I drive from Jersey to Charlotte, get there, and I mean, I had heard nothing about it, but I get there, there is no battles. There's like no card, no nothing. Dude never said anything to me, right? So, um, being adamant about what it is that I wanted to do, how I had set my sights on this, he was like, you know, we just pushed it back, you know, I'm sorry, da da da. So, you know, he was like, well, if you could come back in like, I think it was like 3 weeks, something like that, then, you know, we book it and so forth and so on. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, pissed off nonetheless. I went, came down and chill with my moms and shit, shot back to Jersey. The 3 weeks rolled around, I shoot back down. Dude was like, yeah, man, ain't nobody showed up, so you know, ain't no card going on. At this point, I'm pissed. 2 strikes, you out. I don't even play the third strike. So I'm angry, like I'm dropping diss track after diss track after diss track after diss track on this dude. Like I was 38 hot, like no shit. So I had came up with this whole thing. The hashtag was blame Luke. Like I was dead ass serious. So every diss track that I dropped, I put, if anybody want to go find this shit, search Pheezo Da Beast on Facebook. Go and look for them videos, and you will see blame Luke in the fucking yellow. I was not playing with dude. Like I was so pissed about the shit. So then after that, I was like, man, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, but I still want to battle rap, but I didn't know the proper channels to go through in order to be able to do it. I'm not super big, or at least not at that time was super big on social media and shit. So I didn't really think too much of, you know, type it in on the search engine on Facebook, you might be able to find a league or something like that. That never dawned on me, not once. So I started battling on Instagram, like over beats and stuff like that. And I'm kicking ass and taking names and all this. So this went on for probably about 6-7 months. I get this inbox from this guy I've never met, ever seen a day in my life, Stat. I don't know if y'all know him, but Static is the person who discovered me from Instagram and pulled me into actually battling. So he was like, man, I like your talent. I feel like you could do so forth and so on. But he was like, you know, I don't want to pull you into live battling. I want you to start with online battling. So I'm like, all right, man, I'll give it a shot, whatever, because this is what I wanted to do. So I pretty much kicked them to the curb as far as the Instagram battles over beats and stuff like that, and started doing this. The league name is Underground Battle League, based out of Milwaukee. Okay. So I started doing online battles, like video battles and stuff like that, and I was decent, but not good enough to where I was like noticeable. It was just kind of I guess they really deemed it as the ugly phase of what battle rap was, because I just didn't really have the format of what battle rap was down. So that went on for like a year. My first live battle, like I said, I go to New York. I battled this guy named Lou Smooth, and this was in front of Norbs at the time. And yeah, like my first battle was in front of this guy. And I mean, people that had talked so much shit to me about, you know, who they battled and who they battled in front of. So this was like an accolade to me. So a lot of people don't really know that part, but that was a big deal for me. What's happening, Bishop? That was a big deal for me in the moment. Then I think like a week later, I saw a video of his live stream while I'm rapping, and I'm excited. I'm like, but I'm at work, so I can't like watch it. So I go back 3-4 hours later after I get off work. That's the first thing I want to go do. I need to see, you know, the feedback from this. This dude called me ass, up and down, straight through and through. Like he's just like, this is garbage, like the worst shit ever. So I'm like, damn, like this is crazy, but that's how you felt about it. So I'm like, fuck, bro, I ain't gonna never get nowhere like this. So I kept on going. I talked to my man Stat. You know, he was like, you got to do more sparring with people and stuff like that. So this is why I start getting into knowing what battle rap is like. He's like, I like what you did. Like Stat is one of those type of people where he can find the good in any type of negative. So even though the majority of people were saying that I was garbage, he was like, I like what you did because you came from South Carolina all the way up to New York in front of a crowd that you've never seen before. None of these people know you, and you did what you were supposed to do. You didn't mess up, no slips, falls, you know, and none of that other stuff. We got things we can work on, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I started listening to him, you know, kind of giving me the hints and critiques and all of this other stuff. And like 3 weeks later, he's like, hey man, I want you to be a part of like, you know, the battle rap group. I'm like, group? I don't run no group or no shit like that. So he's like, well, I got a group, you know, it's basically a band of misfits. The ones that people who think can't go anywhere with it, but I see them, so I'm working with them personally. You know, we all a group, we spit ideas off each other. So I'm like, all right, cool, bet. So I get in there. These motherfuckers is kicking my ass left and right. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, damn near everybody in that motherfucker knew what they were doing, and I'm just kind of like on the outside looking in, like I don't know what the fuck is going on, but these niggas know what the fuck they doing. So anyway, just soaking up game from them and stuff like that, and how they do things. It progressed into something better, but it was still very what's the word that I'm looking for? Primitive. And I battled for like a year and a half. I worked my way up to a championship battle on UBL South. I drove down to Mississippi. Like that's how good I had become. They put me in a position to be the champion of that wing of the league. So I go down to Mississippi. It does not work out the way that I wanted to. Straight out the gate, it was two battles before me. The guy, or one of the guys that battled before me, these two niggas get into a fight. So they shut the venue down. So now it's like, God damn, like we don't know what we're gonna do. But I'm like, I don't care that much. I go back to my room for real. Like it is what it is because I'm gonna go home tomorrow anyway. He's like, no, we gotta get this battle out tonight. We end up battling in some dude's living room. Y'all can go and look it up. Like, and that's how, again, a lot of people give me shit about it, but I'm like, yo, this is how adamant I am about being great in battle rap. I don't care where we battle at. So dude was like, yeah, y'all can use the crib or whatnot. I just moved the stuff from out the living room. So sure shit enough, I go out there, battle this guy named Rob Raw from Mississippi, in Mississippi. I feel like I got cheated out of it. That's how I felt at the moment. You know, a lot of people, it was different ways, but the judges swayed that way. There was nothing I could fucking do about it. Right. I'm driving home. Actually, I had to drop my partner off in Florida. So I dropped my dog off in Florida. I'm driving home and something just hit me like, you gotta chill. And I mean, immediately I'm pissed. I'm like, I do not want to do this shit right now. They're trying to book me for other battles off in Milwaukee and all this other shit. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, no, I don't really know if I'm gonna do it. So I took like 6-7 months off. The first battle that I decided to come back and do is a tournament in South Carolina on SCBL. Broke the building all 3 rounds. So the tournament was you get one round, a minute and a half, and if you win 3 battles, you go on to the championship, and then you will battle for a championship title. They didn't have one set in place. It was just they were making it that. So I joined the tournament. Boom, boom. I run through all 3 niggas in one day. No problem. I'm talking. It's like a cakewalk. Skip through these niggas. So this is where I realized what the revamping of styles can do. The guy who I was telling you about, Stat, he kept on telling me, hey man, you're gonna have to start talking about your life. I'm like, I don't want to do that shit. He's like, you're gonna have to start doing it. Me, hard-headed, I don't give a shit. I'm real private, so I don't really like, you know what I mean, getting into certain details. Not to mention, my life was kind of a dark space, if you will. So I didn't really want to relive that shit. So I'm telling this nigga, no, I'm not gonna do it. I listen reluctantly, go out there, shut the building down. Boom, I'm the hottest new up and comer in South Carolina, strict, just like that. Nobody knows who I am. These motherfuckers can't believe I'm from South Carolina. Like, where the fuck have you been? I'm like, bro, I've been battling for like 5 years, bro. Like, it's not that big a deal. They're like, nah, like, ain't no way. So I'm like, nah, I just been traveling and shit. So anyway, get there, do that, get to the championship. I swear to you again, y'all could go and look at this shit if y'all want to. Pheezo Da Beast versus C Dot. Now, some of you know C Dot.
I know.
because see, that was also in this process, right? So I battled him. I'm talking about had the building on fire. I felt like I was kicking this man's ass up and down this fucking stage. This is just how I've never gotten reaction like this. I've never gotten this type of love before in a building. Like I'm shaking the room. This was a first for me. So I'm like higher than high at this moment. I shit you not. I shit you not. Kid Chaos was supposed to be a judge. This nigga shows up late. So they fill in with another guy. Just so happens, this is somebody that I beat in the tournament prior. He's a judge now. He
Right.
goes with me, and I'm like, it's a conflict of interest, but they scored it his way 2-1. I'm pissed, but I'm holding it together. I'm like, yeah, good show, this, that, and the fifth. My family pissed off. Like, they ready to shut the fucking building down. And I'm telling I'm like, bro, you gotta chill. Like, we can't do this right here, right now. He like, nah, fuck. I'm like, yo, you gotta chill, bro. So that happens, and I'm like, this is crazy, but I don't know what to do. But to this point, the punchline in this whole story, I had never fucked up. Like, not once in my career. All of the battles that I have done to that date, I had never fucked up. But this one fucked with me so bad that I had lined up for another battle months after. The only thing that I had been doing was writing for this new guy and watching the championship battle between me and C-Dot. That's all I had been doing. I don't listen to the radio, fuck TV, everything. Like, I'm just distraught about it because I got pride in this shit. I take this very, very seriously. So, in doing so, I fuck around and get out there and the other guy in front of the other guy, and I'm just like, I drew a blank because I have a slogan that I do, and once I got like the opening bar shook the building. I'm talking about crazy shook the building, almost shut the motherfucker down right then. The next bar, I say my slogan, and I normally go into my shit. And then after I did it, the only thing that would come to my mind was the rounds that I had for C-Dot. That's it. That's all I could think about, because that's all I didn't realize what I was doing while I was doing it, but I was re-rehearsing the shit that I had for C-Dot and went out there and paused for like 2 minutes. I shit you not. I'm like, yo, this has never happened to me before. So this is the first time in a sense that I feel like I've been punched in the face. You know what I mean? But I get it back. I get through the rest of it. Somehow or another, I'm still being said that this is a debatable battle. How, when I fucked up for 2 minutes, this is still a debatable battle? I couldn't even think about that. The only thing I could think about was the 2-minute choke. So I'm like, yo, this is crazy as hell. So I take another battle after that. This is on Bulldog Battle League against a guy named Peace. Now, before that, I was supposed to battle Shadow on the same league, but Shadow didn't show up. So that turned into a thing. I go battle this guy named Peace, and 3 rounds, I'm back in the game. I'm like, I got to get this other shit out of my head. So 3 rounds, I'm back in the game. I handle Peace. Same guy, Stat. He's like, look, man, you need to go into space right now. I'm like, man, I don't be on fucking Twitter. Yeah. He's like, nah, you need to go into space right now. I'm like, for what? So he's like, RBE's having a space or whatnot. You know, they do the 1SKs and stuff. So I'm like, all right, man, I'll go and check this shit out. So I go in there reluctantly yet again. And I'm listening to what's going on. And this is the first time that I had been in a space and got to hear, higher ups of RBE or affiliates of RBE speak at all. This is the first time ever. And I'm hearing Wing speak about, bringing new talent in and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm like, this is cool. I go to I send a message or whatnot, or I put it in the comments. I'm like, what you got to do to get it. So now, mind you, again, this is the first time I'm ever hearing them speak. I was not aware that she don't like repeating herself. I was also not aware that she had already said or answered the question that I had asked. And I mean, she damn near like she did it in a very professional way. I'm like, what she got attitude for? And then I found out that she had been repeating this shit, you know,
This is
damn near every space. So I'm like, all right, cool, I understand because I hate repeating myself as well. So anyway, you know, I found out how to get in the process and all that other stuff. So I hit her up and I sent her a battle and all of that. And I don't know, maybe like a week or so goes by, and she inboxed me back like, yeah, you know, if you want to be a part of the process, this is what we expect of you. And I'm everything. Everybody shut the fuck up. Everybody shut up. Like it was really like that exciting for me. I'm like, yo, is this happening for real? Type shit. Like, so I'm reading it, and I'm reading. I probably read this shit like 4 or 5 times, but I tried to take the excitement out of my response. You know, yeah, you know, I can deal with that and all this other stuff. So that's pretty much where it started at for me. Like that's been my journey. It's a crazy whirlwind of twist of shit that happened, and then to get to this point now, man, like it's been huge for me. The people around me that have been supporting me, that basically continue to tell me, you know, don't give up, you know, don't quit, and all this other stuff. Like, because I was really ready to not do this a few different times, you know, across the course of my career, even the first battle. Like, my brother got locked up in we was in Pennsylvania. I forget what part, but we were somewhere in fucking in Pennsylvania, and we get pulled over, 2 niggas in a nice vehicle. He ends up taking a rap for me for some shit that took place. So I'm like, yo, this is crazy. But at the same time, I was like, well, I can't give up because to not get into too many details, he took a charge for me. So, you know, out of respect for that, that's been my number one motivation to continue to do what I've been doing and getting better and all this other stuff. And I got another little brother, you know, he's like, man, you got to get on one of these big stages, big stages, big stages. Like I can see you being there. So just trying not to let everybody down, continuing being better and stuff like that to get to this point, man. Like it's huge for me. Like a lot of people didn't expect me to get this far. And then when I get this far, once that first flyer dropped, it was up. Like I ain't never got that many interactions on nothing that I have ever posted ever, anytime. Like that is literally number one on the list of reactions and stuff like that, because so many people know that I have been doing this for a minute. So you know, when you do this and then you get to this point, it means a lot. So I hold that very high up on my list of accomplishments.
fire. That you should. That is fucking fire. Absolutely. You
Yeah.
know, that is dope. All right. So I see that because I was looking up your catalog. I see
Mhm.
that you battled Bishop before. Bishop 2 times,
Yeah.
like a year
That-
ago.
yeah. Yeah, that happened. I think that was right before right before I got accepted into the process. Yeah.
Okay. What league was
Yeah.
it?
That this was damn, what league was that? This was Southern Elite Battle League.
Oh, some
I want to say that
Carolina,
was
a Carolina
yeah,
league. All
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. And
Okay. Oh,
I pulled up there and he had the whole crew in there. All of Yoda Mafia was in that motherfucker. I said, God damn, these motherfuckers deep in that bitch. And then it was just me and you know my little old family standing by me. Yeah, man.
that's dope though. That shout out to that. I saw that. So how you think you did?
I like that battle. I feel like the material was there, and I sometimes have a disconnect with some crowds. Um, and this is one of the things that I preach with a lot of people who are new to battle rap. Like knowing your crowd is half the battle. You have to research that as much as damn near as much as you research the person that you're gonna be facing. Like, but I like that battle. I can't tell you half or nothing what he said. If y'all ever pay attention to me when people are rapping, I'm playing video games and shit. So I couldn't tell you what Bishop said right now. I went back and looked at it after it dropped, but other than I don't know. Me on the other hand, I think I was cold as shit. That was really, really good. In my personal opinion, that to me that was some of the most creative shit that I have ever come up with. And I feel like it could have been digested a little bit better by the crowd or stuff like that. But I was very impressed by it. Like I have this thing where I try to outright myself every single time. And to that point,
I think it's
that
fine.
was yeah, that was at least top two in everything that I've ever written before in my life. The construction, the the I can't even think of the damn word right now. The performance of everything, and the personalized things that I felt like was more so about me rather than couldn't completely catering to the crowd. I was trying to figure out that, excuse me, that math to make that work, and that chemistry to be able to still write about me but still touch the crowd at the same time. And that was real good in that moment, I think. So one of the main bars that I remember out of that one was something like, I made money out the tree, I made money out that tree like the Keebler elves, was one of those bars for me that when I wrote the bar, I thought it was the most insane shit that I had ever came up with in my fucking life. Because who else thinks like that? And that's one thing that I pride myself on. Um, I used to say this all the time, but nobody thinks like Pheezo. And that's just as real as I can possibly get. And that's what I like about battle rap. You can come up with stuff that nobody else has thought of before. I've seen many of rappers go out there and they'll say something, and I'll kick myself damn near, because why didn't I think of that shit? Because that was cold. Not only that, but it's relatable. So for me to be able to relate to it, I'm just like, damn, why didn't I think of that shit? So then I started writing like that for to resonate with people. Like, why didn't I think of that shit? So here we are. So that battle definitely was one of those ones where I feel like I showed that I can do this shit, and damn near effortlessly. It was a little frustrating not getting the reactions that I wanted to, and this was still kind of a growing process to not expect reaction, but nonetheless, like, yeah, that was one of the ones to me.
Yeah, I think that was dope. You feel me? I watched it. I think that was a great battle. You feel what I'm saying? Great back and
Appreciate
forth.
it.
That you feel me? And I was intrigued, because like I said, I looked it up and I was like, oh, he battled Bishop and Nelly in the process. So
Hmm.
I think that's dope. Shout out to that.
We appreciate that most definitely.
Absolutely. All right, so RBE intake process. Pheezo the Beast. What season are you?
I'm season one.
Season one.
Yeah, man. I've been here almost a year. It's real close to a year. I've been in this process, and I feel like I know why you said that like that. But yeah, it's true. Season one, and I have yet to battle here on RBE yet.
Like,
Nonetheless,
enlighten me. What's going on? Because I don't know. Like, what's going on?
um, a lot of things happen. I don't know what it is with me and my battle rap career, but it's not just a one step thing. It's always something. So when I first got in, I'm not the type to just dive head first into stuff. You do have some people who, have that characteristic about themselves. Me myself, I like to kind of sit back, take it in, kind of see, how to operate within the setting. In doing so, I got comfortable. I didn't really interact with anybody or nothing like that, and I was supposed to battle in like September. Yeah, supposed to battle in September, and the car got shut down because, like myself, there were others who were not doing their due diligence with promo, remaining relevant and visible and stuff like that. Because I had rarely talked in spaces and stuff like that. Too, I, it was an adjustment, to say the least. So in doing so, or not doing so rather, that card got shut down. And that first battle I was locked in with Don Rich. Right. So because that didn't happen, we get pushed back. Um, we got pushed back to December, and I, this is my favorite part of the story. If you did not know, so
Okay.
we get pushed back to December, I get somehow or another I get Trap Bandicoot. Now Trap done had battled on this league and got 3 drops or whatnot. And so I did my due diligence going to watch, doing the promo. Now I'm involved. I'm doing the promo, I'm talking shit, I'm pulling this bitch up to the spaces, I'm talking crazy shit to this motherfucker. Like nobody's getting away from me on this one. Like this is really how I felt about this. So I'm gonna do whatever it takes for me to get out here and be able to battle on this platform. Like that's my main focus. Like I gotta get to that point. But it's been said to me on many different occasions for those that have been, helping me out along the way. It's not just that, which Wayne has already explained. It's not just the rapping portion. We got our 70 that we got to do too, which is the promo. I'm like, all right, bet, I'm on that. Say no more. So I'm doing everything in my power to get this motherfucker up there. The battle weekend comes. I drive from South Carolina to Virginia. Everything cool. We get there the first day. I'm excited to see the building. I want to walk the stage, if you will. I need to get familiar with the territory. Like that's just what I do. It doesn't matter where I go. I need to walk and see, what that is. I wanted to be in the building in the moment. So I made sure that I was going to be there on day one. So day one goes off without a hitch. No big deal. Everything to my knowledge in that moment was cool. We get there the second day, I'm ready. Like I'm beyond ready. I didn't have practice in the parking lot, in the car on the way to the event, while I'm eating, running through it. Because it's that time. So we get there and I'm waiting. I'm cool, my people there, and couple of different battles go. I want to say it was like 3 different battles go. And all of a sudden, somebody came up to me. I can't remember who it was. The only thing I can remember, they like, Trap not here. Fuck you mean he not here? It's like he not here. Motherfucker, why? So the shit came out that the nigga went and got pinched. He got locked up. So I'm trying to figure out what the fuck did you get locked up for in Virginia for? So I'm not knowing what's going on. So the story comes out.
Crazy.
This dumbass didn't went and got drunk.
Here you go.
Go to sleep. The 12 pull him over or pull up on him and they take his ass to jail in Virginia. Mind is blown at this point in time because I have my faults and flaws and all this other stuff, but one thing I fucking know, you don't do shit in a Commonwealth state that you do not live in, bro. Like you are risking everything. Now, before I left, actually, before I found this bit of news out, and it made the situation worse after I found the news out, Wing was up there and she was explaining everything, and she was like, "This is the surprise. If we have any standouts today, they can be B1s today." And I'm like, "Oh, this is my motherfucking opportunity. I have been waiting for this shit my entire battle rap career." I'm like, "Yeah, this it." Now I can't say whether she would or would not have picked me to be a B1, but I had it in my mind. I am going to get this motherfucker. What's happening, TC? I told myself that I was gonna kick the shit out of this man. Like there was no way, shape, form, or fashion he was gonna walk out of there alive. I need this. Like this shit mean the world to me. You might be bullshitting around, not elevating how you supposed to, but this mean the world. I gotta get you the fuck out of here. Then the news broke, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So this is why I can't let this go. I cannot let this shit go. And people be like, yo, Pheezo, you gotta let that breathe. Fuck that. All right. The nigga fucked up my opportunity twice in one goddamn day. How do you manage to do that? But he managed to, and I mean, I told this nigga, I talked so much shit to him. I told this nigga ain't shit he could do about me whipping his ass. The only props I can give him is that he was able to prove me wrong. He was able to stop me from whipping his ass that day. Like it was gonna be one of them. So boom, I'm like, yo, I don't know what the fuck going on. I have no idea what's going to happen because I have yet to hear of this situation particularly happening. I have no idea. So I go talk to Wayne. I said, Ms. Wayne, like, I I just wanted to come and talk to you real quick, but I gotta go. I just found out what was going on, and I ain't even in the right mind frame to even be here to enjoy the battle. So I'm not trying to fuck that up. So I'm like, I'm gonna just go ahead, head out. So she's like, all right, bet. So I go ahead and dip said. So boom, we were supposed to I think we were supposed to have something going earlier this year. But they had the breed different. I tried my best to get on that card, but that is a specified type of card. With bricks and such like that, people who have proven their worth to be on and all that, matchups that have been made. Excuse me, and here we are, man. I almost a year in and have not battled on RBE, but like I said, man, still relevant. Partially my fault, some of it not my fault. It is what it is, but we here, and this right here goes to show you when you do what you're supposed to do outside of the battle rapping side of it, you can still be prominent in battle rap, and that's what I'm striving toward. This thing has tested my patience every step of the way. It has taught me a little bit more patience when it comes to battle rap, but it has also taught me, networking abilities and talking and conversing with people. Time management is a very big thing because I like to sleep. I don't know about everybody else, but sleep is my best friend, for real. So, waking up in the morning and jumping in a space or something like that, and that's the good part about it, that there are so many spaces. It gives, ample opportunities to jump in there, be able to speak. So that's literally my window of opportunity in the morning on the way to work. Yeah, I hate being up early in the morning to even talk to people, but my career is on the line. So when it comes to that, sacrifice is key in that moment. I ain't necessarily a fan of it, haven't been, but I'll do what's necessary to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do to hold on to my opportunity, because I feel like as you've heard the road of my story, I've been through way too much to let that ball drop now. And I can't do that right now.
No, I feel you, man. That's
Yeah.
a very interesting story, and for you to tell me that you've been here since season one. Season one. But I understand that you say that you tell your story. I get it. It happens. I didn't know like you was one of the ones that fell victim. I've heard it before of
Okay.
people who was getting pushed back, or pushed back 3 times. Opponent switched. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's all a part of the process. And what do they say? Trust the process.
That's
And
the process.
you're still here a year
Yeah.
later, you feel me, season one, and you still, your story is a good story. It's a testimony.
It is a testimony. Season one, intake 4, man. I'm the last one, man. Y'all better take heed to this shit. If y'all ain't learned nothing, only thing you gotta do is your fucking job, and you should be all right.
All right, so I want to give you the floor because you deserve this hit list. Who you wanna battle?
Who do I want to battle?
Yeah.
I want caution, bro.
Okay. Caution. You think you're ready for caution out the gate? Out the gate?
Ready for caution, I would say yeah, but I also feel like she can teach me something as well. I like what she's capable of doing, and she has an aspect to her repertoire that I don't necessarily have. I peep and I visualize visualize and I analyze, how people do what it is that they do, and she definitely has an aspect to her ensemble that definitely piques my interest of somebody that I would like to battle.
Six
If
eight.
I was having 6'8", tall ass nigga, I hate tall people. I just want to put that out there too. I battle 6'8" just because he's 6'8" for real. Like, I don't like tall people. I'm short, so I don't appreciate him standing a foot and a half over me. I think that is this nigga tall as shit. Why are you here?
Bal-
You know?
Baltimore, Baltimore RBE. That's my Baltimore brother. Shout out to Six.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
um,
Absolutely.
but
All
yeah,
right.
cautious number one. Like I said, I like 6'8" too. I've seen him battle. I've seen this battle versus Zay. Um, Red, man, Infrared definitely impressed me. Like when he battled B the MC, Infrared definitely impressed me. I feel like we would have one of the ones in there, like, because bro got some shit with him, man. Like he did that slap your mama job, bro. I don't get up out my seat for everybody that battle. Man, this is genetics. This ain't got shit to eat with eating shit to do with eating veggies and drinking milk. This is genetics. I blame my parents, nigga. I'm short and it's their fault. My mama 5'3". Okay, stop it. But yeah, I like Red, man. Infrared is definitely one of them people that I look at like could definitely pose a problem with me. I want to battle OG Prime. Prime showed me something that had not been done or that I haven't personally seen be done in battle rap as far as having 6 rounds battling, back to back. I want to battle him because of the respect. I can't even tell you. It ain't got too much of nothing to do with anything else outside of my respect for what he showed me was he was capable of doing, and then moved from this process to the B1 process. Also, Cash Kid, that's my dog, but the little motherfucker can rap. Like Cash is one of them people who, and if you notice, like the people that I'm naming, none of these people rap alike. Like now, and all of those attributes play a part in why I would want to battle. I need to know if I can stand in front of those things when they shooting and come out, if not victorious, at least still standing. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how my mind works. I'm very competitive. I don't care what the situation is. Bring me the best person you got, and that's the person who I want to compete against. Like that's how I feel about everything. I don't care if it's sports, video games, battle rap, whatever. Bring me the best motherfucker you got, because I want to see what I can do against that. How else am I gonna get better? I don't want to battle people who I know I'm gonna kick the living shit out of. I do because of the league that I'm a part of, that Stats Elite Rap Battles. If y'all didn't know, a lot of those people don't necessarily have the knowledge that I have in that. So I do, in a sense of that, because I'm the champion there and I have to defend my title. But I do like battling people who is going to push me to be a better me. I want to be the best. I want to be the name. I don't want to go and pay for names and stuff. I have the mentality of the superstar. I want to be the name.
Talk about it. You don't want for names. Look, stop paying for names, okay?
Yeah, straight up.
Okay, so you want to be the name. I love that. I want to be the name. I don't want to pay for names. That is fucking dope, okay? Because if you are the name, pay you. Talk about
that money.
All right, so how do you stay relevant in these RBE streets? Because I'm not even gonna lie, Pheezo, you've been here for you said a year, right?
Close to it.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
How do you stay relevant in these RBE streets? So
First
happy.
of all,
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, I did. I'm so happy. So go ahead.
my suggestion, and I did not go about it this way, but after putting things into perspective, this is what I would suggest. Firstly, get you a mentor. Get you somebody that's going to teach you right, wrong, indifferent, how to conduct yourself in certain situations. A person who's going to help you not crash out when somebody say something out the way to you because of where you come from and all this stuff. Because these are things that I had to learn on my own. The first time that I was in a space, the first nigga that I ran into was Power. Power is just one of those people, and I didn't notice. Like, I had no idea. I'm just trying to figure out who the fuck is this nigga talking crazy to me and why he won't smoke with me all of a sudden. So, nigga mentality, I go straight back to that. But then, my mentor is just like, nah, it ain't that. You got to chill out. It's just this.
Don't crash out.
Don't crash out. And I'm like, all right, cool. I get it. But he don't know me. And like, nah, it ain't, everybody gonna test the waters. So again, had I been doing my due diligence prior to this, then I would know this, but I wasn't, so my fault. So get you a mentor, somebody that's gonna help you out. Once you do that, you get in those spaces. If you are not speaking, then you are not relevant. It is a tough task to be able to stay in the speakers by itself. Why is that a task within itself? It's just the way that it is. I can't give you that one. I have no idea, but that's the way that it is. You can either get with it or move along. So
Yeah, that's it.
speaking while or being relevant while speaking in the spaces, like you don't want to allow people to talk over you because they're going to.
There you go.
You know, they are going to test you. Um, they are going to question you. You are definitely going to get grilled. Where you come from, who you know, what battles did you watch on RBE? Who do you know over here on RBE? Are you familiar with the process on RBE? Do you know who Wayne is, what she did in the industry? Do you know who ARP is? Do you know who Lawrence is? Do you know who EJM is? Like you go through all of these things and you never know who's gonna pop a crazy question. Like it's always a pop quiz. So I had to kind of like teach myself to be prepared for anything because you're talking about a multitude of different personalities that could possibly spring a question on you out the blue, out of nowhere. And you can't just plead the fifth because in most cases, those questions that they ask, you pleading the fifth makes you look guilty, if you will. You know what I mean? So um you definitely have to be able to be on your toes. You need to have thick skin. People don't care nothing about your feelings. You can go ahead and wrap that shit up if that's how you feel. Like, no, nobody can talk to me. That's that and the fifth and all this other stuff. No. Also, once a week is not gonna cut it. Let's don't just if you get in there and you talk once a week, it's not gonna cut it. As it's been explained on many different occasions to many different people, we all have lives. That's an excuse, whatever it is, you can find time. So again, when I went going back, when I said that whole time management thing, that's a very big deal. You need to be able to manage your time wisely enough to be in there to speak. If I had to say at the minimum a fucking hour. If you can hold a mic for an hour, then you have probably done your just due. But you need to be able to do that on a very regular basis. Allowing people to get familiar with you. My biggest thing was, who the fuck is that? Every fucking time that I went in there and started speaking, it was always, who is this nigga that's talking? And I had to continually tell people who I was. But now they understand, like, the introduction is not necessarily necessary every time, but every now and again you'll get somebody who's not familiar with me and I have to repeat it, or they'll say my name wrong on purpose.
Pheezo Da Beast.
It's not hard. It's not hard. But when I first got over here and they would say Pheezo or some wild ass shit that they come up with, I had to continually say one E, two Z's. That's a hard E. Pheezo, not Pheezo. So they be like, "Oh, that's stupid." It's America, bitch. Not everything in our language makes sense, and it don't have to. But just respect it. So once I got that in, and I tell them that all the time, it's Pheezo. Oh no, it's not that. We're gonna call you this. Well, I'm not responding to you until you call me Pheezo. Until
And
then,
okay.
you know, it is what it is. So those are the things that I would say, you know, you will want to base your days on as far as staying relevant. Like that will keep you here. And if and when, hold on, let me backtrack a little bit. Um, Setting your own matches. That does not mean call somebody out and you supposed to graduate or get it. It doesn't necessarily work like that. You it still got to make sense at the end of the day. So even if I say, yeah, I would like to battle the caution, that doesn't make sense right now in my career. Not for her, not for me, not for RBE. You feel me? So making your own matches comes from you being in the spaces. Wing is not stupid. She realizes that this is a gigantic melting pot of personalities.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's gonna crash somewhere. You know what I mean? And once you do, that puts you in a position because now you have history, you have a backstory to say, okay, well, I really want to beat the shit out of this guy. I don't
Yeah.
know him personally. I don't
So
necessarily like this motherfucker, but I really want to kick his motherfucking ass.
beat his
Boom.
beat the shit
Yeah,
out of
right. You can set your own matches in that. That doesn't mean just go out there and pick a fight with anybody. Let it happen naturally, you know, because it will happen. It's just there's nobody that has stepped foot in RBE spaces that has not been wild up. You gonna get wild up. It's going to happen to you. There's no way around it. You don't escape the wild up. All right, like it's not gonna happen, yo. So be there, talk, interact,
Right.
because they be watching or listening. If you are not being active and you got a mic, you can go ahead and get on up out of there. They're gonna send you to the store. They're gonna send you to the Walmart out in Arkansas somewhere. It's over with for you. So, you know, doing those things, I believe, you know, and it has shown with me, and I had to completely step up my game because again, I know I fucked up, but I had to completely step up my game in the promo area of being in spaces and stuff like that. And also, you know, being able to promote and consistently promote. Like there's some people who are very good at promotion. We got standouts when it comes to promotion. People have, my nigga Drew made a whole medieval times
That was
skit
fire.
that
That's
was crazy.
fire.
You know how much effort and energy, but that in itself shows that, you know, it can be done. Nobody had thought of that or done anything like that to that point, but he made it happen.
Cause let me stop you. Okay. So we got Blade Montana. You feel me?
Uh,
He did something like that. You feel me against his opponent, but he went to New Orleans. You feel what I'm
uh,
saying? Built the skit around that. You feel me? So
got you. See,
want to get
I wasn't familiar with that one. That could have been before my time. I'm not 100% sure. Are we talking about bricks or are we talking about intakes? Because I don't know no other intakes that did what that nigga did.
it, but you feel me? It happens in the process, in the brick process, and all of it. You feel me? It's all the whole thing. But
I
yeah,
got you.
you got like that's the magnitude of the like promo that you have to think about. Do you
Right.
think you do that?
I've actually been thinking of stuff to do, and I just don't think it mounts up to that. It's gonna take some work. Like I'm really gonna have to tap into a creative style to be able to match that level of promo. I haven't figured that out yet. I'm working on it though. I promise you, I'm working on it. Something, but
For me,
I don't
uh,
want to see.
it's
I don't
been
want two
two people
people.
that have great like magnitudes of promo like that.
Yeah,
Only people that I've
that's
seen.
hard to. And that should let you know that's very tough to do. I gotta come up with something that can. I feel like if I can't be better than that, then there ain't even no point. I want to kill that type of promo. I want to be better than that. There goes the competitive side of me in.
And then also like you gotta think about the vets, you feel me? Like the ones like up there like Rosenberg and show off, you feel me? Like the promo that they do and in their battles and the
Right,
face offs, you feel what I'm saying? Like the promo for the face off. So you gotta get your mindset for that because this
right.
stage, you feel what I'm saying? You like keep on thinking of ideas, you feel me?
That's what it's been said a many a times. Like that's kind of your competition when it comes to promo
Yeah.
or anything else for that matter. But those guys who have gotten it down to a science, they know what to do to promo. They know how to interact in the face-offs and such like that. I'm excited about a face-off. I don't know how that's gonna go for me. I don't think I've ever done not an in-person face-off. Like I've done face-offs over the internet or whatever, like in this type of setting, but um I
Okay.
don't know how that would go because I'll talk over everybody. I like everybody that I have faced off with, they don't even want to face off with me because I don't let them speak. Why are you talking? This ain't about you. This about me, and I'm gonna keep talking. I'm one of them. Like I don't like to lose. You know what I mean? So I do this the whole time across this setting or whatnot. And I done had a minimum of man, I'm not about to do this. I'll just go live later on my own so y'all can hear what I got to say because he won't let me talk. Exactly, bitch. Do it on your own.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a
Absolutely.
jerk like that. But I want to get it to where I'm in that mode. I want to be comfortable to where it comes naturally. And I don't know if I'm there yet. So I believe that's another part of learning the process. This is that learning process where I can say I learned that here or I got better at that here. I'm able to implement this because of you know what I mean. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping it happens soon. If she give me a face off with Trap, that would be my first one, and I would definitely be looking forward to that one. Definitely.
Like, I feel like you deserve trap. You know what I'm saying? I'm not nobody but an RBE judge, so I
I
can't really
understand.
make matches and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I feel like you've been here for a year, so I feel like you deserve trap or somebody. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like you hungry enough. I feel like you got it, and I feel like you can't wait.
The hunger is there, definitely. Hey, so the last one, I mean, these matches pretty much set themselves. If she with it and she say such and such date, pull up to here, and this is who you battling, and it turned out to be, I'm beating his ass. Not only for this time, but for the last time too. I'm fucking him up. He is gonna get the worst ass whipping he has ever gotten on any stage anywhere. Like anywhere. That's how bad I plan on beating him, for wasting my fucking time, for wasting my gas, for fucking up my opportunity. I don't forget shit. He has to pay with his life, as far as I'm concerned. Like, bro, I don't like this nigga. Like, I do not. I don't like this nigga,
Nobody
bro. In
else.
real life, I don't like him. That shit made me so mad, bro. Like, I can't even explain. I can't put it in words. The level of festivity that I was able to reach by knowing, and I had to drive all the way back home with this same fucking anger. It's done nothing but marinated. So
Yo,
that said, me being the one that has not gotten the battle here, motherfuckers is in trouble. A lot of people make jokes about it and all that, but anybody that know anything about cooking, if you let something marinate, motherfucker, that shit gonna come out so goddamn good. That's all I feel like I'm doing right now is marinating, and that's a
man,
problem for
yes,
people.
let's go talk
That's a
about it.
that's
About
a
the
problem for people. I tell people all the time, I'm already dangerous, but if you give me time, I'm unstoppable. And I have had nothing but time. A lot of time to sit and reflect and be angry and talk shit about it and remember it and go to sleep and dream about my opportunity being snatched away. This is really a mental thing with me. He has fucked up my life in a sense. So I don't like him. He has to pay. I pray.
So you got post traumatic stress disorder on this shit.
PTSD right here, and he's the target. I'm not gonna get over it until he's dead. Like, have you ever seen the movie The Accountant, where he has to finish what he started? That whole locking in with Trap and getting to that point, I have to finish what I started, or I'm going to lose my shit. I'll keep it, you know what I mean, like on my day to day and all that other stuff. But if anybody that's watching this has ever noticed, once we get in the space and anybody bring up Trap, the first thing I go back to is this nigga fucking up my opportunity. Yes,
Which is
PTSD is very, very real with me right now. Yes, I'm not gonna get over it until I get to kick his ass. That's all I want to do in my battle rap career right now. That's it. I'll do whatever it takes to whip his ass in my battle rap career right now.
fire though. I love. I want to see y'all argue in the spaces one time. I want to see how that's gonna go. You feel what I'm saying? Because I feel your pain. I feel your pain. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah,
that's a battle that should happen because I feel like that's there's a backstory to it. It's a backstory
definitely.
thing that should happen. I
Yeah,
think.
man.
All right,
Like,
so we about to wrap this up. You feel what I'm saying? It's a fire interview. I learned a lot from you. Not from you, but about you. You feel what I'm
yeah,
saying? That was fire. You feel me? I didn't know you was in the process for a year, but understandable.
yeah. Hey,
What's up,
man, don't
PJ?
don't pay this little motherfucker no attention. He been begging for attention for like 6, 7 months now. I don't pay him no attention. He every chance he get, he got something slick he want to say to me because he
Sweet.
want attention, and I won't acknowledge it. And so he bring his stupid ass over here so he can try to get attention publicly. That's some weird shit. Move along. We trying to end our fucking interview right now. But anyway, like I was about to say before I was so rudely interrupted by whatever the fuck that is. Um, I appreciate you having me on your show, man. Like this interview has definitely meant the world to me. This is my first professional interview, and it was my first interview of this year. So I definitely appreciate that. You did your thing on this one. All the
Yeah.
right questions and allowing me to get my shit off. Like I definitely appreciate that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So I'm gonna give you the floor. I want you to say a message to your fans, a battle that will make people a fan of you, and tell the people where they can find you at. There you go.
All right.
So,
So if y'all have not been watching and y'all just now tuning in, this is Pheezo Da Beast. I'm out of Orangeburg, South Carolina. I'm an Orangeburg legend. It's always OBL and 803. If y'all can't find me anywhere else, you will be able to find me on and in the spaces. RBE, every time that they pop up, one of them times I'm definitely in there. If y'all wanted to go and watch a battle to peep what I'm capable of, it's a many of them. Just type in Pheezo Da Beast versus, but I suggest that you go and look at the last one that I did. That will be Pheezo Da Beast versus Jay Rizzy. Go ahead and look at that. Anybody that won't smoke, I am with it. It's RBE. Y'all can go ahead and follow me on Twitter at Pheezo Da Beast. You can follow me on Instagram at Pheezo Da Beast. Anywhere you find me at, it's gonna be Pheezo Da Beast. So y'all holler at me. Except Facebook, it's Pheezo Liabilities. So if y'all can find me on Facebook, hit me up. I'm always open to questions for those of the people that I do fuck with. Not this nigga right here, Philip. But those of y'all that I do fuck with, feel free to ask me questions, man. I'm always around.
shout out to you, Fizo. You
I
feel them?
appreciate that. Shout out to you.
Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button if you haven't. You feel me? Run those numbers up. You feel me?
Always.
Shout out to season 1. Shout out to season 2. Shout out to RBE, Lawrence, Wayne, ARP. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole gang. Shout out to you, Fizo. Thank you for coming. Thank you for pulling up.
Thank you. And shout out to RB. I appreciate this opportunity and I appreciate you for letting me get this interview with you tonight.
No problem. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. I got Almighty Phenom tomorrow. And then I got
AP.
a whole host of people that this week, you feel me? So tap in and watch the drops. So I'm gonna let you go and we out. You know what we say here at Queen Effie TV. Spread love, not hate. Peace, dummies. Peace out. Book your child tutoring session today. www.tailormadelearningllc.net. Virtual and local tutoring options available. Again, that's www.tailormadelearningllc.net. Thank you.
Oh, this is B the MC. You're watching Queen Effie TV.
Yeah, thank you.
Girl, you're watching Queen Effie motherfucking TV.
What's poppin'? It's your boy King Benny, aka the Big Op. You're not watching FUTV, man. Huh?
This is watching Queen Effie TV, South Georgia.
Thank you.
What's good? It's the Salt Guy. It's Pheezo the rapper. Shout out Queen Effie TV. It's why
I get an interview for you. So, you just battle. Who you just battle? What makes you stand out from all the other intake people?